back. We're laid back Colombians, baby.
My gosh, hola, ¿cómo
Hola.
estás?
I hear you have a major, incredible project going. It's not a dream anymore.
No.
You have put this into action. You put all your money, you put your time, and we're going to rock and roll this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a new healing center that our dear friend here put together. And this is going to be one of the greatest healing centers on the planet. So tell me, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
You got fruit trees all over. This is Colombia.
This is outside of Medellin, and I've been dedicating the last year on building this place out, mostly just for you and for your system, as I have been your student for the last 5 years, and before that, many years before, studying the same subject. But when I found you, I just said, oh my gosh, this is the truest master I've ever seen.
Thanks.
And I really have been focused exclusively on getting this place open. So that's it. And we have 11 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms. It's outside of Medellin. And and we're gonna open.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Oh, it's exciting. And I was just there a few days ago.
Oh my God.
It's paradise. We have a river that runs through the whole property. We have
Waterfall.
Waterfall. I have natural water springs. So not only the river, we have drinking water, springs of drinking water. I have 6 springs of drinking water. Water just pushes out.
Look
and
at
one
that.
of those springs, we built a pool. So we go swimming every morning in like spring water, which to me is like the most healing and most, purifying, cleansing.
You guys are going to have to get down
you know.
here because this guy is also a yoga master guy. He does all kinds of yoga. And so you can go down there and come away so happy, so feeling good. You've got your health back. And you can enjoy yourself with fresh fruit.
Yeah, that's what's so special about this location is that all the times that I listen to your videos and you're talking about grapes and talk about the fresh fruit, and I know that it's not easy to get that everywhere.
No.
But here, where we are in Colombia, we have the Concord grapes, which are I remember these Concord grapes they're as powerful as you have described it.
Try a carrot juice fast and then try a Concord grape fast and tell me you don't know the difference.
The Concord grapes, I only got them a couple times in the United States in my entire life. I never find them because they're very difficult to find here.
They are too.
And there, in any supermarket you go to, for the lowest price possible, are the Concord grapes. And like I was explaining before, you get 30, 40 kilo bags of oranges for, $10, $15.
Oh my God.
And it's just... It is paradise, I've landscaped the entire property for hummingbirds and for butterflies, and so it's like I just figure this is the place that we all want to be. Why go to a hospital when you can come to a place where
and get
you're
well.
And really truly
fix
heal,
your problem,
truly heal,
exactly.
Walk out stronger and healthier than you ever were in
Ever,
your whole life
ever
before, even before you ever remembered.
Absolutely.
That's
why?
The principle.
Because we regenerate genetic weaknesses in tissues. That's what we do. We regenerate the human body. If you're in a wheelchair, you got MS, Lou Gehrig's, Parkinson's, we get you out. You've had some trauma where you're debilitated mentally in that. We rebuild the neurons in the brain. We rebuild the nervous systems in the body. We rebuild the body, and that's what you can do down in Colombia. And website's up and running.
Yep, the website
and
is
ready to go, guys.
Finca Bienestar.com is the website.
Say that again.
Which is this name here? It's Finca, and Finca means ranch. That means ranch in Spanish. And Bienestar means well-being or wellness. So it's
we
like
got a
wellness,
ranch.
ranch. Yeah, that's how it
I love that.
That's
Because
how it
we were
translates.
just showing you Dr. Jensen's Health Belly Ranch.
Yeah.
The original. Here you go. You just come in. Here's your booklet. Here's what you're going to experience. This is what you've got, and I love that.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's
man,
been
I
focused
tell you
specifically for you and for
Instead
your
of getting,
program.
I love you, man. Instead of getting raw milk cheeses, you're going to get Concord grapes.
Concord grapes,
Exactly.
mangoes, oranges, banana.
You go in with
fruits you've
tumors,
never
you're going to
even
come
heard
out
of.
tumor free. Oh, I know.
Fruits people never even heard of, with seeds, and just the power of these tropical fruits.
Oh my God!
Well, it really is special. It really is the perfect
Man is a
environment.
tropical species. And I don't care. There might be some people that like northern environments, but really, if you break it down, they're hostile to the Homo sapien.
Yeah.
And your place is paradise to the Homo sapien.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine too many Homo sapiens not seeing that. That's paradise.
It's paradise.
Superfood.
Yep.
Super water.
Super water.
Super weather.
Sunshine.
A
fresh
super
air.
guy.
Well,
a super. I mean, we got
super
things.
system under the super
we
master.
have a good system.
Yes.
I will have to say.
Well,
And
that's the
the
key.
thing is, we have proof. Tens of thousands of you guys have proved to the world that you can take your body at any level of genetic weakness, any body of inflammation, of acidosis, of deterioration, and rebuild yourself back. And that's what we want to bring you down to these clinics. And he's the first one that I know of around the world that's going to be totally focused in on. There will be some medical staff, but they will be focused in on the proper thoughts of health.
Yeah, our medical staff are not there to direct.
Right.
They're there just to supervise a little bit and give people emotional comfort.
Yeah.
You know, that says, "Oh, did the
Sure.
nurse check me out? Oh, okay."
It's wise. It's wise, especially because, you know, when you start detoxifying and you're an advanced case, you're going to go up and down with some healing crises that might scare you or confuse you. And having someone there with a little more medical degree might make you feel more comfortable.
That's the whole thing.
But I also think that they're learning that the problem with the medical is that they don't understand what you're going through like we do, because
Yes.
we've taken tens and tens and tens of thousands of cases through these systems, and we know what you're going to
But
experience.
as you mentioned, that several medical doctors have gone through your certification.
Absolutely.
I believe that there's a new generation of what
I
I call
do, too.
enlightened medical
Yes, I
doctors
do, too.
who have seen that their system, as they had learned it in medical school, is not really
Yep.
Effective, and that have studied with you, and they've seen the results for themselves.
We've got a Canadian medical doctor who came in one day and gave me a big hug. He said, you know, medical doctors don't cure lymphedema. He said, I just cured a major lymphedema case, and he's in a clinic in Canada with 7 other physicians. And he said, none of my partners can even believe it. He said, but I just wanted to give you a hug. He said, I get it now. I get it.
Yeah.
And he said, I just cleaned this lymphedema case up. And he says,
And he never
I
would
get
have been
it.
able to do that.
I
No,
know.
never.
And it's like, if there's a thrill in my world, it is when medical doctors understand you don't remove lymph nodes, you understand the lymph system, you understand the eliminative organs, the kidneys and the skin to this system, and then you know why man suffers and how easy it is to fix it.
Yeah. I have a course, a school called the School of Plant Nutrition, and in the School of Plant Nutrition, I've had 4 medical
Look at that.
doctors. 4 medical doctors have graduated my school, and a lot of times I'm sitting there in the lectures and I'm criticizing the medical paradigm. I'm explaining how they don't understand causes, and that they're working with these pharmaceuticals which are adding insult to injury, and the medical doctors, while they're in my class, are going, "Yep, that's exactly what happens," because
Exactly.
they know.
They know.
They've seen it.
And there is good medical doctors,
There are.
I know, that,
Yeah, I
that,
know
that
several.
that really have that heart thing. But then there's the other side too, you know, and it's like, holy crap. But this is just one piece in a gigantic move that God's doing to open itself up here. And I just love it. I mean, it's just incredible. You have the spiritual side to that, which I love. Your survival beyond now and beyond this small little journey you're on right now, it should be your thought.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who am I beyond, you know, the survival part of yourself,
Yeah,
the
one
consciousness.
of the parts of my website is why spirituality at a healing center. Well, and the reason is because we're not our bodies, and we're not our thinking minds, and we don't need to identify with stuff. And you tell me I don't have hair, and I tell you, and I tell you I don't care because
I told you my hair's white.
I don't identify with
Exactly.
this physical,
There you go. Yeah,
structure.
exactly.
It's a nice vehicle, and I'm enjoying it for now. But at the end of the day, we all have
End
to
of the day.
accept that we are eternal, infinite beings, and you know, no one's going to live forever, and so we better get ourselves organized spiritually while we're on
The game. So what's your game here to teach you? Why did you set yourself up on the journey that you're on? Look at what you've created in your worlds and ask yourself, why did you create that scenario for yourself? Because all you're experiencing is for you. It's not for anybody else. Your journey is only for you. And what you experience is what you take and how you grow and expand, or how you close yourself down even more, how you ball and chain yourself to creation. So this is exciting to me. Those of you that I know are travelers, go check this guy out in his clinic. We'll have all kinds of information on our website that you can go and contact and get hooked up. This is the kind of thing that I love, because you're totally surrounded in the consciousness of that. And we have so many great people. We have housewives that the husbands don't want them to get well or something because they're giving them hard times. We got husbands that the wives don't. I mean, we got a whole mixture of people that the family's
interfering with the healing process.
And it's like they just want. Do you have a place that people call and beg me? Do you have a place I can come and just
I
stay?
got to escape my environment, and I see the light, but I can't accomplish it. Number one, because I don't have the fruit, and number two, because my family doesn't see the light.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what I kept listening to. As I said, I had a center in Colorado for 10 years, but it was too cold. And it was too difficult. And so I sold the place, and I've literally taken, as I told you, every penny that I have and put it into here because I am so...
Let's see if we can't help you to get this thing off the ground, flying down the road, because this is what we need. In Europe, all you Europeans love these spas and healing centers. This is a spa and then some. This is where you go to get rejuvenated. Instead of the cucumber, you get real rejuvenated, internal rejuvenation. You regenerate all genetic weaknesses. You remove the inflammation out of the body. You finally understand the lymphatic system and get your kidneys filtering. So whatever you're suffering with, you can correct this. There's no point. I mean, there is a point of no return if you're sitting there letting them juice you with chemo and all this stuff, and you're sitting there wondering whether you ever come out of it. When you pick that power up and decide that you're going to take control of your own destiny again, you're not going to let doctors fill you full of fear just to juice you with chemo. You're going to learn what causes the problems, tumors and things, and how do you get rid of it. And this is the place to go to do it.
That's why we're here, and I
know I'm excited.
Been fully focused on and really being.
I'm excited
for your system, the expression, and I cannot tell you how honored and privileged.
Well,
I am.
the thing is, at a center like that, you can set yourself up with all types of things. Brilliant photography. You can do all kinds of research there at the clinic. You can do all kinds of things with through observation and things, and that's the beautiful part about this. You all have been my trials. I mean, I've been watching and looking through all my years of working with people, correlating and seeing what works, what doesn't. Throw it out, and make things, build the truth of everything. And that's what we're trying to tell you, is that we build the truth of it. I had a physicist in here yesterday, and we had such a good time because he wasn't anal. He was a physicist, but he liked the quantums, which is considered the metaphysics of physics. Yeah. And a lot of physicists, quantum physics people, but that's fun. Chemistry is chemistry. It's mundane. It's formed. But when you get into the electromagnetic currents of things, and this guy invented a air purifier that was winning all kinds of awards. And this guy is smart, and we had a lot of fun talking about magnetic energy and how that forms and chemistry and all that. And that is what you learn here. You learn the truth of science instead of how man's bending science to try to fit what they want, their agenda. We're showing you what the agenda of God is, what the agenda of nature is. That's the science.
We've been too exposed to what I think is called pseudoscience.
Exactly.
People are using scientific terminology to lie to our faces and to
give
us half studies and to draw correlations that are not correct, and all for their own interest, because there's a lot of money to be made in keeping people sick.
And you notice that's what they do. They turn it around and say, we're pseudoscientists. Really?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's just debate it. I'd love to debate it, because you can't debate chemistry or physics with me, because that's what it is. I mean, I'm taking this thing back to you can't go any further. Mm-hmm. You can have theories and enjoy your theories till the cows come home, all you want. I'm
debates.
not about theories. I want to know actualities.
Yeah.
What's the foundation of life? What's that vehicle? Absolutely. This is exciting.
It is, and it was a dream to be here with you.
Well, it's a dream to have you here.
And I built this whole place for you, but I never knew. I hadn't spoken to you yet. I just knew it had to exist.
But you know what?
Like if you build it, it will come, and I knew it had to exist because I didn't see it out there. And I was like, I'm going to do whatever I have to do. I'm willing to risk everything I have for this because I want to make the world a better place. That's what I've been doing my whole life. I'm not really in it for the money. If I make a lot of money, the only thing I'm going to use it for is to give scholarships to people.
That's what we do.
Yeah, I mean, that's what money's for.
We turn here.
It's for helping people.
Oh, well,
that's for putting in a bank somewhere.
Good karma, man. Good karma, because it's your journey. I'd rather have good karma on my journey than not, you know what I mean? But there's some pretty things. Let me show you this beautiful picture here. Look at that. Now, how would you like to stay at a place like that? Is that not cool? Look how beautiful. So this is going to be an incredible wellness center. It's ready. And so, yeah, just beautiful. Just a beautiful center here.
Yeah, this is the view from the top of the place.
Look at that view. So just, what a place to hang out.
Well, also, just a really special thing about this place for people that don't know is that there's natural water springs.
And you got a mule, a horse?
I have horses and yeah, and you know.
I mean, what more fun? I mean, when I was young, I would have loved to have found a place
We built
like
a pool. That's a pool that is built only from spring water. So I just feel like everything there is designed for healing and designed for the soul and designed to be the most beautiful place to live. And I hate to say this because I know it's maybe too strong. It's a pretty good place to die too.
Yeah. No, that's not
I
strong.
mean, I don't mean to say it that way,
strong.
but if I don't want to die in a hospital. I don't want to die with fluorescent lights. I don't want to die with people coming all. And I'm not saying I want people to die in my center. I'm just saying that I really do see it that way. It's like I want to be surrounded by nature. I want to be surrounded by life and beautifulness. And I just, because like I said, we're all eternal beings.
That's the point. You know,
that is the point.
We're all just using the vehicles. We've talked about this a lot on the YouTubes, and that, you know, these physical bodies are just our vehicles, and unfortunately, they're the most mundane chemical side of creation. But as we leave this, we get more into the magnetic bodies, and they're more light, what you've heard before, light bodies. And if you ever had an out-of-body experience, for those that have had, you already know this is nothing. We're here playing the movie. This is a good movie. Now, I mean, it was going bad, but now we're injecting new scenes into the movies and stuff like that. We're giving remedies in the movies, so your movie's going to could have some good endings to it, you know. But it is just a movie. So when you leave this, what are you? You know, we've talked about that. We showed you the God worlds and how you have various bodies. Where's the mind located? Is it the brain? No, when you're out of body, you still can think. So, I mean, you start putting it all together, and I've done that for you guys, and pretty soon you start to realize, like you said, as you start to lose the separation of creation, the illusion of duality, everything becomes omnipresent, which means that you never did leave me.
Nope.
Or anyone.
Only one, and there's not even one.
Nobody leaves anybody. You're always ever present with everybody, but everybody becomes the one. So it's just an interesting understanding when you start to lose the concept of separation and duality.
Which is why I think it's so important that we teach meditation and the deeper teachings in the healing center, so people can experience these higher states of consciousness.
Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm really so excited.
I will.
So what do we do? We're going to put up telephone numbers. We're going to put all that up on these. So we'll have.
So April 1st is when we will be accepting our first
officially
clients.
open.
Yes,
April
1st. Yeah, we are ready, but I'm running a couple programs to warm up my staff
beforehand.
You know, doing a yoga teacher training, some things that I already do in my own personal life. But then we're setting for.
We have some of the most, in my opinion, of course, you know, prejudice, but we have some of the most beautiful YouTubers I think on the planet. I mean, these guys are kicking butt. The parents are raising their children. We have children coming to our classes, and we're going.
Yeah.
What was that? 10-year-old.
The bright eyes.
I gave him a degree. 10 years old.
And
this kid's asking me questions that the others aren't even. And I'm going, really? Hey. Wasn't it amazing? I'm just saying, this is we're going to have, where we were aware at 20, they're going to be aware at 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just the awareness.
No, it's a
unreal
real acceleration.
I know.
Of both directions, you know. But we're on the side of light and here to make the world a little bit of a better place as best we can.
Want the drama to turn out for you okay, but not really real reality, you know. But you want to be happy in it, and so you make it as you want it. You can take yourself down to these healing centers, a beautiful place to be, and enjoy it and get yourself reconnected to the self, but you each need to reconnect to yourselves. And if you can go down there alone and spend that time alone down there and let him set you up with some yoga meditations, and you don't have to put yoga on it. You know, you just go into a form of contemplation. But what you're trying to do is stop thinking. So you always want to work on that and go down there and get into the self again, because in the reality, you will only find you. When the final analysis and everything's stripped from you, you're the only thing that exists. And when your body's ripped from you, that's even more so. So this is exciting, and I am, wow, rock and roll, baby.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Give me a good hug, man.
I love you.
You guys
and,
love you too, and you
great
guys come
master.
visit, and we'll have some fun. I'm going to be down there now and then, and we'll have some fun.
All right. Thank you so
All right.
much.
May the blessings be. Thank you very much.